Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dakota Frandsen, and tonight we bring news sure to be a sign of the imminent apocalypse. The United States has declared a level 5 state of emergency with reports of violence spreading throughout the nation. As for what is causing the catastrophe is still unclear. So far, eyewitness claims that after mysterious beams of light struck unlucky individuals, it has somehow caused psychopathic behavior. Then the victims of the mysterious phenomena start attacking anyone near and eat their flesh. We are currently networking with other news media to provide full coverage of the attack. So far we have concluded that casualties have surpassed 500,000 and still counting. Hold on folks, we have an update. Oh, that is not good. Okay, I'll tell them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an update on who may be responsible for the attack. It seems as if mysterious beams of light are from a new weapon Russian forces have developed. When the weapon had first surfaced into the media, it was reported that Russian special forces were too afraid to use it because of its unknown power. But we are now being told that an unknown terrorist group has overtaken the weapon and started attacking nearby nations. Although we are receiving another update. Oh dear. That is not good. That is not good. Ladies and gentlemen, this situation is much more unexpected. The United States Congress has declared war on the terrorist group. There is also reported that Russian as well as Chinese governments have declared war underneath the suspicion that the terrorist group may be affiliated with the Allied nations. As far as we can tell, the new alliances that have been helpful in previous wars are now broken until the terrorist group can be identified. My friends, I fear that we are entering the next world war. May God save us.
Well, isn't that kind of a freaky incident to think about? Now, with the latest advancements in warfare and ways of controlling biological processes with technology, an all-out war that takes use of mindless freaks could sound possible. With these kind of technology, if in the wrong hands, it could cause all-out terror. Nearby nations that have become aware of such experimentation may cause a war just out of association of fear. But, nonetheless, we should not fear a possibility started by the minds of conspiracy until they somehow come true. Now, what I'm about to tell you is information on the zombie apocalypse that has begun. My name is Dakota Frandsen, and what you are about to hear is a compilation of research in various fields that have been documented in the journals of my team that will help explain what is really going on in the minds of cannibalistic psychopaths that the world has finally been spreading in the tones of its cricket chirps. Welcome to Journals of Supernatural Adventure.
You got this, Dakota.
Now let's go to the first major incident that brought this phenomena into the mainstream. Taking place in Miami, Florida, a homeless man had lost a majority of his face due to being eaten by another man. In the incident being dubbed as the Causeway Cannibal, Ronald Popo was partially eaten by 31-year-old Rudy Eugene until police shot Eugene dead after he wouldn't listen to commands to stop eating Popo's face. Now, what is believed to cause this attack, along with a few other incidents, is a new strain of LSD known as bath salts. Under a name that helps disguise it from law enforcement, this drug is sold in a small packets about the size of bags of tea that pack a big punch in psychological effects. What causes these effects is a chemical known as MDPV, a very powerful psychostimulant that emerged back in 1969 with many effects that mimic adrenaline, along with other psychostimulant drugs. Other effects that could include are kidney pain, dizziness, breathing difficulties, severe paranoia, confusion, psychotic delusions, and, not surprisingly, extreme agitation that could progress to violent behavior. And apparently, it is the basis of the zombie apocalypse. Not cannibalistic behavior has actually existed even longer than humanity itself. The only reason that it has taken notice now is because of an over-obsession with video games. Don't believe me? Here are the facts. In order to see where cannibalism originates, you're going to have to trace the behavioral evolution of humanity beyond the known limits of humanity itself. In fact, to get a more recent example, we may have to look at our cousins in Africa, the chimp. Of course, when I say chimp, you are probably imagining a chimp traveling in colonies, getting along, eating bananas, and enjoying life. But there's something most people do not know about chimpanzees. Sometimes the colonies can get into conflicts with others, and sometimes something is taken as a bit of a trophy. When these colonies get into a conflict, the children of the chimps get caught in the middle and oftentimes do not make it out, but make it into the enemy's stomach. Yeah, those cute little baby chimps end up as snacks and acts of cannibalistic dominance. How can this be related to humans? Well, if I remember correctly, there was an incident where a homeless woman tried to rip off the arm of a baby boy to have it for lunch. Now, don't worry. The boy managed to escape with the assistance of the family he was with at the time, with only minor injuries, but perhaps some mental damage in the future. But back to the mental damage that is already being taken place. First, for now, let's aim towards this woman. The exact same mental process that made her attack the child is the exact same process that makes the chimpanzees munch on one another after battle. In fact, several animal species can have the same effect to allow the so-called cannibals to get hungry for another member of the same species. But honestly, guys, if ladies start going praying mantis on us, we're screwed. That's all there is to it. Which, in a twisted way, brings me to my next point. Anger, sex, even psychosis can bring out behavior that can be a very dramatic effect, which would be the cause of other insane reports of cannibalism that have been in the media. For example, porn star ships body parts of victims, Brazilian couple and mistress eat pieces of female victims and makes the rest into pastries, man eats wife's lips after an affair, and perhaps the most disturbing, a Japanese man having surgery to remove his testicles and serving them to 5 unlucky dinner guests. And they call us paranormal investigators weird for talking with the dead. Now, to cover the second basis of the rumored zombie apocalypse, a virus. What is the rumored virus again that causes this kind of thing? What is it?